네, 여러분 2일차가 시작됐습니다. 뉴욕에서 2일차고 아침에 배고파서 콜라, 머핀. 사실 제가 식비를 많이 아끼고 싶기도 하고 음식을 버리는 걸 안 좋아하기 때문에 또 정한님이 선물해 주신 그 스테이크하우스에서 나오는 감자튀김을 들고 와서 먹어보려 합니다. 제 아침이고 11시에 인터뷰인데 지금 7시 43분에 나왔거든요. 이거 먹고 11시에 이제 또 식당 가서 인터뷰를 해요. 원래 오늘은 스페인이랑 프랑스에서 오신 두 화가 분들을 인터뷰합니다. 오늘 어쨌든 인터뷰 잘 마무리하고 와보겠습니다. 오늘 그 화가 분들이랑은 진짜 사랑을 어떻게 찾으셨는지에 대한 이야기랑, 그리고 요즘 여러 채널들 보면 감도 높다 이런 얘기들이 막 계속 나오잖아요. 제가 아무리 생각해도 제 채널이 감도가 높은 것 같진 않아서 어떻게 하면 좀 감도를 높일 수 있을까에 대한 고민 상담, 그런 질문들을 좀 해보려고 합니다. 강을 건너서 브루클린으로 왔습니다. 어쨌든 지금 카페 파울레테라는 곳으로 가고 있고 프랑스식 음식점이라고 합니다. 너무 예쁜 것 같아요. 맨하탄 중심부보다는 좀 여유로운 맛이 있습니다. 다 와가는 것 같습니다. Hello Jamie.
How are you?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hello. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, honestly.
Thank you for reaching out.
Me too. By Yunju.
Yeah. And how long are you staying in New York?
For 20 days in US.
Okay.
And 2 days in New York. And tomorrow I'll go to DC and then
Okay.
Texas and Nebraska and Boston. And came back to here.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you have a big trip coming.
Yeah.
Amazing.
When will you go to Spain?
Like tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah. We go to France first. We go in Paris and then in the south of France. And then he goes to Madrid, to Spain, and I go back here. I come back in.
Mathilde, she's French.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually got married in France.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And both of you was lived in Paris?
Yeah, we used to live in Paris
Yes.
together. And me, I was born in Paris and raised.
¿Podemos hacer un poquito así? Sí, muchas gracias.
Gracias.
And is it okay? Can I drink anything?
Yeah.
Do
you
you
want
want
something?
some wine or?
Anything is okay. So
Yeah.
No, but wine is too much.
Yeah. Is it okay for the channel to drink a couple of wine?
anything is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you sure?
I'm open
Yeah?
minded to this.
Okay. Because it's very French to like, we don't say that it's the morning.
Money is no. This is
But
the
it can
time.
be maybe fun to have like the glass of wine, as we are very French and Spanish,
Yeah.
if it works for you.
Yeah.
But you tell us, I'll be very honest.
Okay, it's okay. So first of all, thanks for coming to my channel. And could you introduce yourself briefly?
Yes. So I am Jaime and she is Mathilde. We are both artists and curators. We curate experiences in our project Kama Collection,
Yeah.
but we also have artistic projects. And we're now based in New York, but we usually move. We used to live in Paris, we lived in Marseille, in Spain. We travel.
You said everything, perfect.
Yeah.
What makes you coming to New York at first?
I think at first it's because of me. I had an internship in the United Nations, and Jaime came with me. He ended up having also an internship there. And then we decided, okay, we kind of want to stay. We love the city, but maybe more for the artistic part of it.
Yep.
It's like a very cosmopolitan city. It has so much to see. And I think it's more the relationship we create here, like the people we meet from everywhere in the world.
I agree.
It's like really amazing to meet the people here. Yeah.
Because for me, I think Paris is more diverse and Paris has more museum kind of thing.
That's true. I mean, we do have all of these things, but for example, I feel, maybe it's because I'm from Paris, but I feel like I don't meet as many international people in Paris.
yeah.
Like if maybe I was only staying with my friends in Paris, and when I tried to mix, well, I'm having kind of like difficulties to do so. But in New York, anywhere we go, we kind of meet people from different countries. I mean,
Yeah.
you mean like Korean friends, and like anywhere in the world, really.
And if I may say,
I love it.
I think what makes this city in New York is the people, not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
buildings, not the what you can find in the museums. It's the people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
That's so French.
Very nice. So, we love New York, but we don't plan to stay here indefinitely.
Yeah, I think it's a place where so many people like stay, but they know it's not gonna be forever. Like you stay before like a short time. I mean, short time can be a few years, but I mean, maybe not doing your whole life in New York. Like you come, you invest a lot in yourself. Like you try your best to make something happen in New York because it feels a little magical here. And then when you feel like it, you kind of move on and go somewhere else.
I agree.
To settle, you know?
Then I just want to ask about some question about love, like
Perfect.
how to find true love or how to find true happiness.
Yeah.
So at first, how did you guys first meet?
You want to speak about it?
Again, I was doing an exchange during my studies. I was studying law, and I changed my university to Spain. So I'm from France, and I went to Spain. It's like a very common thing that we do. It's called Erasmus. So I can exchange in different countries in Europe. And I went to his university, and we met because he asked for a cigarette that I did not have, but he asked for Instagram and everything, and we stayed together.
Yeah. Then we
Yeah.
went on a date, we danced, we laughed. A few things happened. I also saved her life.
Yeah, he did save my life
No,
in
but-
a way. He saved me from an elevator that didn't work, and I was like locked in it, and he saved me.
I had
It
to break the door,
helped
and we exited like from a hole like this.
Yeah,
So it
and
was-
he got my heart after some time, and then I was like, he saved my life, and maybe I should keep the guy, you know?
I heard like Spanish and French people are so romantic. Do you
Yeah.
think that's true?
It's like we have the culture of living the moment because tomorrow maybe you cannot live it. Maybe tomorrow you are not here. So we are passionate, as Mathilde said, but what I think makes the difference is that we put a lot of emotions in what we do. We just try to, like the word romantic comes from romanticism, which is like to be passionate, to be, to find something that you cannot see, but you put your emotion into that.
Yeah, I think it's like a way of living life, right? Like
agree.
if you always think maybe tomorrow it's the last day, well, you live your day as a romantic, like seeing the beauty and everything. Obviously, that's not how we live every day because we can't be happy every day and romantic every day. But yeah, I think it's really not European, but at least French, Spanish, maybe Italian too.
Mediterranean.
Yeah, Mediterranean.
And do you think that's the common philosophy of living like romantic and live the moment? Is very common philosophy in Mediterranean people?
I think so.
What makes them like?
So I think it comes from a long time ago
Yeah.
that we can't even explain because I think it comes from the literature we have. Like
Yes.
even learning it at school, I think in what we read, what we were taught, in movies. I'm very inspired in movie culture, and I think in so many movies we see the romanticism, romanticism, right? And yeah, I think it comes from that.
I understand. Then like back to the main theme.
Yeah.
This is a simple question, but how to find true love?
It's a great question. Again, I think that finding true love is very hard. And I think that before I met Jaime, I was deeply concerned on how I was gonna find love. Like really, really concerned. I'm a romantic, so I tried things out. I mean, I had few relationships, short relationships, and I struggled. I was struggling with how I matched the person, if I was feeling confident in myself with this person, if I was myself with the person. And eventually, thanks to life, universe, whatever you want to call it, I met Jaime. And today I really feel aligned, we're married, we're happy. But it was not always like this. And I think we were lucky enough for universe to put us on the same track. But I think it's not always as easy, right? Because I could have also rejected Jaime as he could have done the same. But I had some struggle to make sure he was the right one. He showed me he was, and then I trusted him and I went with it. But what I mean is that sometimes it doesn't happen to you like that. It doesn't appear to you in your work context, in your activity, as you said earlier. it doesn't happen. You don't find the right person, and you need to like get to a place to know people, right?
If I may add something, I will say also that there is, in true love, what I think works perfectly is to have things in common.
Of
So,
course.
I mean, maybe not everything, but important things, yes. For example, we love traveling, we have that in common.
Yeah.
We love speaking languages, discovering, like
Cultures.
put ourselves in, different cultures, create. So different attributes, different things that definitely help. So I would say that maybe true love can be easier if you have things in common with the person that you're living with.
Of course.
Because you're sharing all your life, which is a lot of time.
And I think we should know what I like at first.
Yes, you need to know yourself for sure.
But also, you can discover with the other person. You
Of
don't need
course.
to get stressed about it. What you can do is, hey, I like this person, she's cool, or he's cool. I'm going to discover, maybe I like football, but she loves basketball. Hey, let's play, I don't know.
But there is the sport in common.
yeah.
Me, I see the sport that is in common.
Let's do tennis, you know?
Yeah. You get to a point in the middle.
Yes.
If I may
agree.
say, there's one thing that recently I've said to somebody about true love. I'm not a professional, I just have my own experiences.
That's true.
But I thought about something that really, I think, made a big difference in my relationship with Jaime. Well, having things in common is the key. But it's also important, I think, to have things of yourself. Like you have your own passion, your own things to do, your time for yourself. All these things are very important. It's a balance, right? But I thought of something that I have in Jaime that maybe I have never had before with somebody. It's the way you admire the other. The good balance where I admire, I think in my relationship, a lot Jaime for who he is, how he is, the way he interacts with people, the way he conducts his life, right? And I know, reverse, not to send me flowers, but I know he
I admire
admires
her
me
so much.
for other things,
I'm
right?
her biggest fan. His
we
biggest.
have different qualities, different things, both of us, but we admire them in one and the other. And I think it's a great balance because if there's one of the other that is very admiring, is admiring the other a lot, and the other one doesn't admire as much, maybe there'll be a wrong balance where somebody will end up being the fan, like the supporter of the other, and the other one not being the supporter of the other,
Yeah.
So I think there's
That's
a
a nice
good balance in loving the person for who they are, not trying to change them because they won't. And if it doesn't match, well, maybe somebody else is for you. We are so many people in the world. I'm sure you'll find your match, but don't force things. If it works out, it's great. If it doesn't, well, maybe it should not. But sometimes try a little harder because he tried a little harder with me at first. I wasn't sure about him. I was not sure I wanted anybody in my life. He forced a little bit the door by flirting with me, showing me a lot of love and interest. And, well, we ended up
In Spain
being
we say,
together.
el que la sigue la consigue. The one that persists gets it.
Yeah, you need to go a little further, right?
That's true. Then sometimes when I read some book, there's some sentence like, "Have you ever met right person at the wrong timing?" So I just want to ask what is the right person means and right timing means?
Oh, well, I have the best answer for you. I think it is a reality. I think there is people that you might match very well with, but unfortunately, at the time of your life, it doesn't work out. Sometimes, again, maybe try a little harder because maybe you feel like it's not right timing, but there's no way there is a right timing for everything, right? You want to have children, but you're planning on having it, I don't know, after you got a house. But having a house will take you maybe 10 years, and then it's too late to have a child, right? So maybe your timing needs to be arranged a little. But I have one thing about us that actually, to me, makes so much sense. I was supposed to do my exchange in Spain, the one I told you about when I met him, 2 years before I went there. So let's say, the second year of my studies, I was supposed to do that exchange. And I ended up getting a very bad mark in one of my exams. which normally I'm kind of okay with. I mean, not that I'm brilliant, but I was a bit surprised. Anyway, it happened. My friends that I motivated to go to Spain went without me because I didn't get the good grades to go. And these friends were in his class, but I didn't know the guy. I didn't know Jaime at the time, right? But my friends were in his class. But again, I didn't know him. And then 2 years later, I'm good to go. I have good marks, yeah, and I can good grades, and I can go to Spain.
And me, I still in university. Sorry for saying this, because I didn't pass one exam.
So he was in that university
I was
the
having
year I
one
came
subject only.
because he didn't pass also. So he ended up being in the university when he was not supposed to, and I ended up coming in Spain 2 years later than the year I planned to come, right?
Yeah.
And that year we met, and when we met, we see that we have 1 or 2 friends in common on Instagram. And I text my very good friend that has him on Instagram, and I ask her, I say, is he a crazy guy or can I go out with him? And she tells me, well, he was in my class when you didn't come in Madrid. He was with me. He's a great guy, go for it. Well, today we're married, and she was in our wedding. And
Yeah, she's one of our closest
and
friends.
to me, this shows so much about the right timing. I think universe didn't put Jaime on my path the 2 years before because I wasn't ready, and he wasn't ready. If you had put in me Jaime 2 years before in my life, I would have said no. I was not ready for that experience. I was not ready to settle, not ready to have the best love of my life at the time. I needed to experience things. Maybe bad things I needed to experience. But to know myself better, to be more ready for the greatest love of my life.
Yeah.
This, I think, it's so much about the right timing that universe gives you, but also when universe brings you back the person a few times, maybe it's time for you to reconsider the right or wrong timing and maybe push it a little, right? Because when we met, we were from different countries, and I was in France. After the 6 months of exchange, I was supposed to go back to France. So at the time, he was in Spain, and we should have separated, or at least say, well, we'll be distant boyfriend and girlfriends. Jaime said, no, it's not an option. And I said the same. I said, no, I don't want to be far from you after 6 months.
So we went to live in Marseille.
France. He moved for me. He moved for me in France because he said, I love you and I can do my studies in France too. So he moved for me. And then after
I
that,
finished my degree,
I had my
did a master
internship.
online, and
Yeah.
I mean, you just need to want, you know? If you want, you can.
Yes. It's like right timing, wrong timing. I think sometimes you should push it a little if you think that it's the person for you. Because when you find it, it's so precious, you should keep it. You know? I think so.
I agree.
We can control only what we like,
Yes.
and what we will do in action.
And what will be the worst regret to have left somebody go when you loved him or her so much, right?
Yeah.
For maybe university or a job will be fine again. You'll find another job, right? Or university or whatever. But if you had the best connection with somebody, it's so precious, you should keep it. And maybe reconsider the perfect
Live the
timing.
moment. Don't overthink. Live the moment.
That's important.
Yeah.
It's super important. It's super important.
Emotion is so precious.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It
now.
is. And the persons in general that you meet on your way, it can be friendships, it can be love, but it is very important. You need the people to live. I think so, because I can't live without my people. My friends are so important for me. My husband now is so important for me.
Yep.
Yeah, you should be careful of the people you have on your way, because a job can be reconsidered and find again, but people on the way is important.
Then I also want to ask about some Korean tea question. Recently in Korea, there's a culture called marriage agencies. So where people are evaluated based on things like education, appearance, like body type, income, and assets, and are matched with others of a similar level. So this system receives a lot of criticism in Korea too, but some also say, isn't this what people realistically wanted anyway? So what was your first impression when you heard about this?
Is it okay if I answer?
Yeah, go for it.
Personally, I think that it's impossible to capitalize love. Why? because it's something that we cannot touch. It's something that we cannot. It comes from, you know.
You can't explain it.
Yeah, you can't explain it, exactly. I'm not gonna even try to explain it. It's impossible. But honestly, what I can say is that, of course, there is people that needs maybe some help, you know, to find a person. But what I wanted to say, you know, like with capitalizing, is that we cannot force ourselves to kind of like put us in a situation based on statistics or categories to match with a person that we are going to live forever with. So personally, I think marriage agencies could be helpful, but I mean, I
But
don't
go
know.
with your own feelings too.
I think like dating apps could be a better option, for example, than a marriage agency. Because I think marriage is something very powerful, I think, personally.
I think we can have like different opinions on this. I mean, well, yes, you can capitalize on love, right? You can say we need to have the same amount on our bank account for our love to work out, right? For the relationship to work out. But it is true that at the end of the day, being on a similar level in life helps a lot. That's what we are living together. We met when we were broke, right? So we can only get better, which is very helpful in the end of the day. It's like
Yes.
we met when we were like students.
Yeah.
We were broke. We're trying to get a little better, but it's a path. And since we're together in it, well, we go step by step, hoping that it will get better, and we go hand in hand, which is so much easier than when you're alone. But when you have your job, as a very independent woman, as I was before and still am, I think that if I had my job on my side, I had my passions, I was sure of myself and what I want in life, well, I don't want to be with somebody that doesn't also have the same life aspect, right? If you don't have the same age as me, for example, maybe it cannot work out. That's my opinion, obviously. It's not the same for everybody. But I feel like having almost the same age also helps because I see myself in a job. I won't see myself with somebody that is still a student, right? Because we'll be very far from each other. Our growth in life will be already very apart. Well, if we both have a job, we have hobbies in the middle, and we are capable of making it kind of together on the same balance, I think it can work out. So the marriage agency can help you also find or regulate at least the amount of people you can meet in the world, which is a lot. So I think it's also a good option, but you need to also listen to yourself. Try not to look at too much of the assets that somebody has, like financial assets. I think, yes, it's helpful, but it's not the end of the day. Like, there's so much more in a person than what he owns. Go with the poor guy. I mean, that's again my opinion, but go with the poor guy if he's going to be the one that supports you, love you much more than anybody else in the world. Be there for you in the health and in the sickness. Like,
Yep.
It's very strong what I said, but I am very sure about it. Don't look too much on the aspect that can change from one day to another. You don't know what happened tomorrow. You don't know if the rich guy is not going to be ending up poor, you know? And what if he becomes poor? Is there I mean, what's left? Is he still an amazing boyfriend? It's possible. I don't say. Maybe he's rich and nice. But go with your own feelings too. Think about more than the assets,
And
I think.
I'm sorry for asking you, but is it like a profitable thing? Like people really like
Find love.
find love?
Yeah.
On that system,
Yeah.
like marriage agency,
Yeah.
some old guy,
All people?
Old people.
a little
Okay.
bit old,
I understand.
like more than 30
Yeah.
years old.
More
Because
than
I
30.
think-
Okay,
I think
for me it's
someone-
no, but yeah.
Literally yesterday I was talking about this with a friend. I know someone that actually is old enough to have decided that he doesn't have a person on his side now. He lost it. But I understand that this person contacted, you know, like a friend to tell him if he knew someone that he could meet to end the rest of his life with. So I understand that old people maybe this could be interesting and this could be like actually like nice for people that is really like seeing that they are growing and growing and growing, and maybe or they lost a person, or I don't know, they are in the situation of needing someone to end their lives with. So in that way, I
Yeah.
personally think, but if you're young enough, I would say, or you feel young, also like the adventure of finding love by yourself.
Yeah, the
I think it's
adventure
nice.
is fun. Go for it as much as you can until there is a time where you feel like, well, adventure didn't work for
Yeah.
me. I didn't find the right person, which is so okay. I swear, if I tell you that, it's so personal, but it's true. In my groups of girlfriends that I have since I was 15, I was the last one that they were thinking of getting married young and first. I was the first one in my group of friends getting married and kind of young. But they were thinking maybe I will be the last one. Why? Because my love life was a bit complex, you
Yes.
know? And then I met Jaime and it worked out. So I think, yeah, try as much as you can until it doesn't work out. And I would have done that maybe after 30, I didn't find the love of my life. And it's all right. It's all right. And it's actually better to try to find love because it still means that you believe in it, which is a great point, I think.
Then there's some also Korean culture that if woman is older than 30 years old, it's hard to get married
Yeah.
with a man. And do you think really there's a standard of being old to get married?
I mean, it's a good question because if I may say, like, I think we have, since we have different cultures here,
Yeah.
in France, we were considered very young to get married.
Yeah.
Jaime is gonna be 28, so we got married when he was 27,
Yeah.
which is now, and I'm 25, going on 26. And for people in our circle, it was very young. They were surprised, they were like, okay, well, no, they're happy for us, but they mean, we kind of believe that you go to get married after, maybe before 30, but better after 30. Maybe you're with somebody before,
like
but you get married after.
The 20 years old are kind of like
experience, to explore.
sacralized.
Yeah.
It's kind of like to live the life, to enjoy, to do
To
whatever
know
you
yourself,
want.
to explore yourself.
But really, it's,
Yeah.
it's something that it's a period of it's a grace period
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
But I mean, we are against the
it's-
rules. We
yeah,
don't like the
it's,
rules.
it's different. So it means that if in Korea, after 30, you're considered old, well, for us, it's like, come here, because in France and in Europe in general, it's all right. You can be 30 and looking for a husband, and you'll be fine. But it's a cultural difference, and it's very interesting to see that depending on where you are, 30 can be old or young, you know, to get married or find the love of your life.
Then like back to the like latest question, like sometimes people think like it's really hard to meet kind of these tall people, kind of these like rich people. So I will not like break out with him or break out with her, kind of that. So
Because there's not better.
yeah. It's hard to
Ooh.
find better people on that feature.
Got it.
Yeah, got it.
So do you think that there's an answer that common people's ideal type?
I think there's two answers to this because
Yeah.
it comes from like two different things. But first, don't be with somebody that you're thinking, I can get better than this, but I'm gonna stay because I'm not sure I can get that better. You need to be so sure, like so in love with the person you are with. I mean, Jaime and I, we have very different looks. Like I'm ginger, pale skin. No, I look like I'm tan, but I'm not that much. He's more tan person, the beard, the hair. We're so different, but we like each other physically. We have an attraction that, at the end of the day, is it's chemistry. Like it's something that you can explain
I
on
would
the
say that.
feature,
I would say it's
but it
chemistry.
comes from the smell of somebody. Like there is things that we can't explain on the attraction of two people. And with Jaime, I think we do have this attraction, but I can explain it. I don't know if I had Jaime as a goal in my life, you know, I was like, oh, I see my husband just like Jaime. I just had one thing in mind, the mustache that I loved so much before. But I think that you should obviously go for the person that you are attracted to, because better to be with somebody that at least you love but also get attracted to. It's so important. But everybody first has different tastes, which is amazing, because I'm sure in the world we can all find somebody that fits us. I can look pretty or ugly for different people, and that's okay. And that's the same for Jaime. We don't look beautiful for everybody, and same for me. I have my taste, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't work. But also, sorry about what she said. Like, I think thinking that there is better somewhere is wrong. Like, you should be with someone because you're sure about it. And if you think there's better, well, leave that person that you're with. Find their better. Somebody that will consider them 100% for what they are. And go find the 100% person that you think exists. Because it might exist, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I think today's like basic answer is follow your emotions.
Yeah.
Then I think it's a little bit weird question, but how do you distinguish the cheating and just follow the emotions?
Sorry,
Cheat-
cheating on
yeah,
somebody.
cheating.
Yeah, cheating on somebody is also one of the following their emotions.
Yeah, I think it's like it's the most coward thing you can do in your life. Like if you cheat, it's because you don't have. Can I say bad words?
Yeah, sure.
It's because you don't have the balls to face reality.
Which is an expression to say like, you don't have the pride.
You don't have
To
the
be honest.
no the pride. No, I would say
The
even like
honesty.
this the honesty. Yeah,
Yeah, the honesty.
Even, yeah.
It's to say honesty. But if I may say, on like on a more like deeper level, you never know, like where is the limit of somebody, and if in a relationship you're gonna be strong enough to say to somebody, well, I'm not okay in our relationship, or everything's going well, but I cheated on you, right? And we're not like that couple that is amazing that knows it's never gonna happen.
Of course, never.
But it's not that I'm saying.
Of course.
I'm saying that you don't control the other, right?
That's
You
a
have
good-
a love that exists in between you two. You have confidence in the other, but also in yourself. I have confidence in myself. I know who I am. I know what I do. I know my worth. I also know I have bad sides, which is okay, but he has too. But I feel like if anything were gonna happen, I hope that before it happens, we could have figured it out or speak about it.
Yeah.
If we have doubts,
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
have the confidence to speak about it before it gets the worst, which is cheating, I guess. But also like feeling like, unfortunately, but it's a reality. He's my husband, but I can control what he does, and he can control me. And he can't, and I can't control the world around us. If we're faithful, I hope it will be forever. Whatever happens to us, whatever like people will have around us, I am who I am, and I hope he will always choose me. But if one day he happens to cheat or if it's not to like say, Jaime,
No, I
well,
was a bit like,
it's
pero
much,
of course,
it's
that's in my
much to
heart.
say
No,
like,
of course.
as an example, I wish that I could think it's not my fault, but it is the reality of a couple. You can control somebody, but you can have faith and you can have the confidence enough to prevent it. We're trying not to be like, over jealous, so we don't also get to like believe that we don't have the confidence of the other. I have confidence with Jaime 100%, and I think he does with me too. But it's a reality. Even if I'm jealous, I can't control the world and the people he will meet, and same for me. But
Someone
try
that
to
is-
be honest. Try to like
Yeah.
feel about the other person, but I'm like, yeah, try to be
Exactly,
honest.
try
and,
to be honest.
And at the end of the day, like she or he will get over it. It will be hard, but better to be separated before you cheat than anyway people will know.
Yeah, it's better to
Anyway,
say, hey, I
people
don't
will
want to
know.
be with you.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna cheat because then I'm gonna even like be worse because imagine you're gonna have to think that you are hiding something.
And remember what you're gonna lose. Like I think that it's something that it will always come to my mind. If ever like imagine cheating, I will be like, imagine what you're losing. You're not just losing, I mean, when it works out well with your partner, obviously, but when you know it's working pretty well, or if it doesn't speak about it to prevent a worse like relationship,
Yeah.
when it works out, better to like, try to speak about it before anything happens.
I agree.
I guess.
I agree.
Yeah.
Te quiero.
Yeah, I mean, it's strong, but it's a reality. You can control the other, but you can have the confidence in believing it's gonna be all right, and hopefully it does. But if I had to think of losing Jaime, which is my husband, but also my best friend, the person I live with every day, that we make effort in our daily life to work it out.
Yep.
Oh, I don't want to do it again with somebody. I tell you, it's so much.
Yeah.
You're so passionate about answering these questions.
Yeah, it's very
I mean,
interesting.
it touches us.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, we've
Me, I
been
got a bit
speaking-
nervous even.
Yeah, because
even
it's,
like considering the idea of,
we're very in love with love.
so honestly, like, yeah, so te juro, so I swear, like, it touches my heart to talk about this.
And I really want to motivate people to like go and try, and if it doesn't work out, well, it's okay. Like I really had wrong experiences, and I'm glad I had them because I was able to recognize the right person when it came.
The value
right?
of what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But I wasn't before. I was going for the wrong people, and then he happens to like arrive in my life, and then I'm like, I'm not really sure because I don't know that kind of guy, which is very nice, kind, has attentions for me all the time. I was kind of scared about it. I even thought he was a liar, and he ends up not being, hopefully. But I believe in him, and I think at some point, go try things. If it doesn't work out, at least you've tried. No regrets. Life is too short, but so beautiful. You should try things out.
Then we have talked about how to maintain our love or relationship. So I just want to ask some opposite position, like what is some red flag that people don't realize when they are in relationship?
I mean, red flags are.
I think it's easy to have red flags in a
Yeah, I
relationship.
think so.
There's
I
so
think
many things.
red flags is it's a common way to say that like you don't like a person. Honestly, you don't
Or-
like something or an attribute of a person.
Or
Person.
the person could like
Yeah.
get better, which is something that also we work out together.
Sí.
There is times that I could do something that Jaime dislike, and you speak it out, and I try to understand. Maybe I take it wrong because I don't know, it's something that I didn't feel like I was doing wrong, but better he tells me that I think of, can I change it, or is it very in me? Like, is it something I can change? If it is something I can change to make him feel better, well, I'll try. I'll do it. Same for him, you know?
Yeah,
These
what
are
I will
red
say,
flags that can be
sorry
changed.
for interrupting, I wanted to also say that red flags, it's also I mean, you have something in common or you don't have something in common. So red flags is when there is nothing in common and it is something that is actually against what you like. Personally, that's what I think.
Yeah.
And also, about the red flags,
In a
I think there is
relationship.
kind of like reasons you can really use to create, let's say, a decision of not matching with a person. That's what I would say.
But if I may say, I don't want, for example, in our relationship, that anytime there is a little problem, that we just throw it away.
Claro, exactly.
But there is red flags. It's true in a relationship.
Red
And
flags is, for
sometimes you don't
example,
wanna
like
see it.
I don't like one person when this person screams. Me, I don't like that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
this is my limit.
That's a red flag for you.
Yeah, for example.
I could scream because that's the way I speak.
No,
If
but
I'm
you
mad,
know,
I'm
you know
French,
what?
I scream.
We mean it like in a mean way, you know,
But
like
there
or
is
screaming
stronger.
or I don't know, like violence.
Yeah. But there is like stronger things, like as you said, not being able to see red flags in a relationship can be stronger than that.
Yeah.
Somebody talked to you really wrongly and you don't see it because you love him, or you have an idea of him that he was before and that was okay. Well, it can happen to a lot of people. It could happen to us even. Well, I think that's where friendship also can be so important in a relationship. You can't be a great couple if you're not surrounded by great people. I think we are very lucky. We're surrounded by great friends. I don't speak even about family because family is something different and we're not all like privileged, I'll say, to have great families. But friends are people that you choose to have in your life, right? Just as a partner. I believe that, and I hope my friendships and my people and his people will help us figure out things that could be wrong in our relationship. I mean, if somebody sees me speaking very wrongly to Jaime or him doing something wrong, I hope our friends could also help us seeing what's wrong, tell us when we should put limits if we don't want to see the red flags. And yeah, I think this is also a way to figure things out, you know? And when it doesn't work out because one doesn't want it to work out and can't stop being not good to the other, well, maybe it's time to separate. Because I also believe that with Jaime, I hope it's forever, but I also believe some people are meant to be together for a little time or longer time, but maybe not forever. And I think it's okay to say it. Like, you could be with someone and it brings you so much happiness for a lot of time, but then you both need to separate for different reasons and it works out good for you too. I will give the example of the movie that I love so much, which is La La Land. it shows that reality. This couple, if you know it, this couple is so amazing all the way to grow from their passion. They gave each other so much energy to become what they will become. But at the end, we see that the reality is they had to also separate to become what they wanted to become. Their passion was so strong, they needed to take both different paths and separate. But what I see in the beauty of this is that they also are happy to have been together in that time. And at the end, we see that interaction between her coming in the jazz club and seeing what he made. And we know that he knows her because she's so famous. So they can tell that it was a great experience to be together. And they will not have become what they are without being together. But at some point, they had to separate. And it's okay, I think.
And I already asked a lot of questions about love, but there's some more. So I think I just want to ask more like, why do you think mostly people feel scared about break up with their relationship?
Okay, I'm gonna be quick. I mean, you're losing something that is precious, and I'm gonna use a metaphor. I don't think a person could be very happy when they lose, for example, the ring of their grandmother. You know, it's the same with a relationship, I think. Sometimes
It's time that you invested.
Effort,
Love that
value,
you're losing.
value. It's something that is valuable, and you cannot quantify, which is impossible to capitalize, I think. So personally, I think that you can be scared of breaking up, and it should be your motivation if you really believe in what you're doing, to really do, you know, what you should do. But of course, I think that is something natural. I would say that like losing something that is precious, something that is for you important, it is definitely something that affects and touches the heart of anybody that has some sort of, metaphorically, a heart, you know.
And we need, I think, to find the solution to it. If you're scared of like the breakup, me too. I'm scared of the breakup.
Me too.
And to prevent the breakup, well, do your best in your relationship to prevent it. But if the other one doesn't want to invest himself in making sure there will be no reason for the breakup, well, he's or her is not the right person.
Yeah.
If he doesn't bring as much effort than you to prevent the breakup, to make sure that your love is still alive and the relationship is still good for both of you, well, maybe the breakup is needed. And it will be hard. A breakup is hard. But breakup also teach you things. I needed a few breakups to get to Jaime. I really needed it. And look, woo-hoo. No, but it's true. I needed my path and my bad examples to get to him. So sometimes breakup is needed.
So like that's essential to have a breakup or have a heart of love. Kind of that is essential in life.
I would say so.
It should. I mean, you know, one of my red flag to me before I met somebody was if my person, the person I will choose to have my life with, will have zero experience in love. Because that was my example of my parents. They love, their relationship didn't work out because I saw it like that. I saw that they did not have experience before they met. So maybe later they had regrets of not trying things out and just choosing the first person they met. Well, it's not the case for everybody. Sometimes the first one works out to be the perfect one for you. But to me, it was better to be with somebody that had a little bit of experience. So at least he was sure of me. He was sure trying out other persons. He was sure that choosing me was the best choice he could have made. And I was loving that Jaime had his own experiences just as I had my own experiences. And also knowing myself thanks to the experiences I had before.
And this is my final question about love. If you could give one piece of love advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Try. Believe. Try and believe, and you'll find a way. It worked for me, so I would recommend that to myself, honestly.
For my part, I'll say that will tell myself to not be too scared of men. I think I had a very bad image of men in general, and I was not trusting men at all. And I was always believing that nice attentions from men were just a way to get me and make me believe wrong things And then at some point I will be deceived. So when he arrives, I was very unsure of what it meant, what he was for me.
Understandable.
He was very nice, maybe too nice, and I was scared. I think I was going more for the men that were at least straightforward with me. They were not the best, not as nice, but at least I knew where I was going. Jaime was too nice to be real. But I will tell myself, well, it happens. Some men are nice. Please trust people in general. Trust people. Go with the flow. At the end of the day, anybody can break your heart, but life is too short. Please live it and be so in love with people. And if it doesn't work out well, it will be just a lesson. Yeah, trust people.
Can I have some water, please? I agree. Trust.
Trust the people.
Believe in, trust in, yeah.
Not everybody is evil. Everybody has good intentions. Not everybody, but believe that everybody has. It will be easier.
Just love people.
Yeah.
Okay, then we will go to the next chapter about happiness. So my first question would be, what makes life meaningful, do you think?
Life is meaningful when you do what you like to do and you are surrounded by the people you love and you want to be surrounded by. So I think personally that living a life that feels like living in a trap, like living in a cage, is what really don't make life meaningful.
Yeah.
Sometimes probably there is people that they have a meaningful life and they don't find, I don't know, some sort of like instant reward. Many artists do that. But I think these people, they are living a meaningful life even though they don't get a big reward because they are finding in what they are doing and they're investing time in what they want to do, what they like. They are doing what they like. So personally, I think that is a very helpful thing to definitely have a meaningful life.
Yeah, and meaningful, I think, it's a very big word, but it depends on each and one of us. Obviously, we all have different ways of thinking and seeing life meaningful. But yeah, doing what you love, to me, feels like it's meaningful. And trying, well, because this is hard, we live in a system. The system also wants to make you feel like what you do is meaningful. Try to go very deep down in yourself and believe, well, if this system was different, what would it mean for me to have a meaningful life? And I think, well, again, I don't want to speak for the world, but I think what is meaningful, again, is love.
Yeah.
More than anything. Your job, your hobby, what you love to do, okay. But love is meaningful. So live your life
Love is meaningful.
for love.
Yeah.
For love with a partner, but not only. For love, again, with your family, if you have. And if not, the family you will have, because you can do your own, and it's amazing. And you'll get to choose your friends, which is, to me, your first family. Like, friends on the way, partner, this is meaningful to me, more than anything. And on the career path, well, whatever makes you happy also in your daily life. If you want to have things, and if the things makes you happy, you'll need maybe the hard job. Well, it's not what you like to do every day, maybe, but for some people it'll be enough because they'll get the things that they want. We all have different ways of seeing what is meaningful, but yeah, I'll say for myself that it's the people and also doing what I like in my daily life. I love painting, but I love also being with children, like being around children, teaching classes of art or whatever. They bring me so much joy. I'll say that at the end of the day, I want to be surrounded by children, my partner, my friends, and painting because it made me feel good.
I think I will ask some last questions to this interview. So lastly, what do you think is the most underrated values in this modern society?
Can I say kindness?
Yeah, sure.
Be kind, yeah.
I think, well, I think everybody can agree on the fact that kindness is a value that is important, whatever. But we also started, I don't know when, but I think it's been a while, that humans are also more considering the people who are mean to the people who are kind. Well, if I may give an example on this, I've been, before Jaime, looking for a boyfriend, right? And going for bad boys was a thing in my teenage years. The cool thing was to go for bad guys. Well, in general, we also kind of admire people who go for what they want, don't look at what is around them. We admire people who, I don't know, but that's also how I wish the world will be, like, be kind and liking the kindness. And we kind of like made the bad guy look good and sexy in our mind. Well, I think we should bring back the sexiness in being kind person. Let's be nice. I love one thing in the US, not everything, not a lot of things, but there's one thing that I see a lot in New York that I appreciate so much. It's giving like compliments in the street. Random people will give you compliments out of nowhere. Well, sometimes I feel like Americans are a little too much and
I love your earrings.
I love you, whatever. But I love that they stop you in the street and they do that very American thing that I've seen nowhere else, where they tell you, oh girl, I love your skirt, I love your earrings, you look so pretty, you look so... They do it to me, but they do it to him, they do it to everybody. Now I tried, as a French person that does not do compliments often, I tried to tell myself, girl, you're in the US, you need to learn from that, which is something you really love and appreciate every day. When somebody tells me that, anything, my earrings, my look, my whatever, I love it. I feel so nice about it. My day is happy again. I said, okay, whatever compliment I receive, I give it back. So when I receive a compliment, I try to give it to somebody else. It's not easy because it's out of my comfort zone. But I try to randomly say to somebody politely, hi, I just wanted to say, I love your look, I love your whatever, you look great. Well, it's kindness. It's random, but it's kindness. Speaking nice to people, being kind, smile to people, respond to a smile in the street. Wow, it makes such a difference in the world. Let's all be kind, please. That's my answer.